Okay, yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is so crazy you don't want to go anywhere. So, you know the deal with my channel. I uncover the catfishes and preds in the dark depths of Discord servers and yada yada yada. Well, today, you guys get to see what happens when you mix Discord, a guy, and a whole lot of extra strange behavior, so let's get into it. But before we get into today's great video, there's something I need to tell you all about. GXC. GXC is the new platform coming to you straight from Opera GX that allows you to play some incredible games straight from your browser. It's the best platform for gamers and creators, and I'm gonna show you how to get it. Simply head down to this video's description, convenient, right? Once you've downloaded, you'll be able to head over to gxc.gg and instantly have access to a huge library of over 500 games and counting. And so now, I think it's a pretty good time to show you some of my favorite games. I played some great survival games, so let me show you what it's all about. So, Super Raft Boat is so much fun, and my favorite feature is that you can play as different characters, each with their own attributes and abilities. Which, for a game on a search engine, is unbelievable to me. It's got a super high replay factor and is super challenging, so you'll be playing this one for ages. I enjoyed this game a lot, even though my high score might not convince you. I just wasn't very good at this one, alright? Still so much fun though. And another game I really enjoyed was Neon Run. I loved how it was such a simple concept, yet still so addictive. All you gotta do is make your bike the same color as the laser in front of you in order to phase through it and not get caught by it. It's really so much fun, and you'll be totally glued to it trying to get a high score for, honestly, ages. And the final game I want to show you guys today is Gossamer Girls. And wow, prepare to be at your computer for a long time with this one. This game is essentially a top-down maze with enemies or surprises in each room. And each floor you go down will get harder and harder. It's so much fun and had me constantly replaying it. My favorite thing about it is just how much content there is in one small game. It's unbelievable, and I seriously want to see all your comments down below telling me what floor you guys made it to. Anyways, if this sounds like it's for you and you want to check it out and support the channel, of course, then head over to the link in the description and download Opera GX today to have full access to gxc.gg. Thanks again to GXC for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back into it. P.S. Don't forget to play the games I mentioned so you can comment your high scores down below. If you guys can beat my Neon Run high score, I'd be impressed. So, I just got a message from one of my subscribers, Abigail. She told me about this guy, Joseph, that had messaged her from a server they were both a part of. The server was about making friends, and it seems that Joseph had messaged her just to, well, do just that, make more friends. That is, until his true intent took over. When Abigail reached out to me, she told me that Joseph was being slightly weird and a little too friendly. She wanted to know if she was just going crazy or if he was truly being creepy. Abigail showed me all the messages, and I knew I had to get involved once I saw him. But first, let me show you the messages to get you all up to speed. So, Joseph reaches out to Abigail and starts the conversation with, "Hey, I hope you're ready to make a new best friend." She replies with, "Huh? Maybe not the best start." He responds saying, "Hi, I'm Joseph, and I'm looking for a new friend." Little thing, who starts a conversation like that? Let's carry on. Abigail then realizes where he's from and says, "Oh, hi, you're from the server about making friends, right?" He writes back saying, "I am indeed. How are you this fine afternoon?" My first question is, how old is this guy? Why is he speaking like he's from the 1800s? Talking like some rickety old man, I swear. Abigail just replies back to him, "Yeah, I'm okay, thanks." And then he continues the conversation, even though, like, where would you go from here? Just a terrible start. He says, "Great. Aren't you gonna ask me how I am?" Dude, this is already feeling off. Like, why would you say that? Abigail says, "Oh, yeah, how are you?" To which he says, "I am incredible now that you're here." Did this guy just turn, like, that easily? Like, so blunt, then suddenly he's not? Tell me I'm not going mad here. I can see why Abigail was confused. But anyways, Abby doesn't know how to answer this, so says, thanks?" Joseph then goes on to ask, "What are you gonna do when you get home? Other than talk to me, of course." This guy is so cocky already, the vibe he's already giving off here. She says, "I'm gonna do my homework and then probably play some games." What a nice wholesome evening right there. Joseph says, "Oh, so you're a good little girl then." Hold on, where did that come from? Exactly, where? Abigail doesn't quite understand and responds, what do you mean?" Joseph says, "Don't pretend you don't get it." Abigail then replies, "Oh, I really don't." Like, what is there to even get? This guy is so weird. Joseph then comes in with a bombshell saying, "Well, I'm really after a friend that's on the smaller side. Younger, even." Dude, why would you say something like that? What? Abigail sadly doesn't see the danger to this and replies, "Oh, okay, how old are you?" And this is where it gets super weird. Joseph says,
"Well, little Abigail, I just so happen to be 34.
Okay, no, hold on. This guy is 20 years older and he doesn't see the problem talking to younger kids, like admitting that he wants someone younger or on the smaller side. Like, can you get any more like tricked up, dude? Abigail must sense something is slightly wrong here as she says, "OMG, you're 20 years older than me?" He then tries to play down how wrong this is by saying, "Age is just a number, baby." What he says next, you guys will not believe, because then he asks Abigail, "So why don't you send me a little photograph of yourself? So not only has this guy been fine admitting he likes talking to younger children, but now he wants a photo of her? Thankfully, Abigail says straight away, "Oh no, I don't want to do that." Joseph replies with, "Why not, sweetie?" She says, "You're old enough to be my granddad," which is pretty funny. I mean, he is only 34, but I mean, hey, that was pretty funny, Abigail. Thank you for that. But he comes back to that with, "But not too old to be your daddy." This is so weird. Like, he reached out at the start to be friends, and now he wants to be your quote-unquote daddy. What is up with this dude? Abigail doesn't know how to react to this and just says, "Oh my god." But Joseph questions this, saying, "What? Don't pretend it's not something you want." Abigail doesn't understand and questions him, saying, "Something I want?" Joseph goes on to say, "An older man to spoil you like the little girl you are." She then realizes and says, "No, I don't want that. I just wanted to make friends." This guy has way more than friendship on his mind, though, and this is so obvious.
Especially when he says, "Why, when we can be more than friends?"
Abigail just says, to which Joseph responds, "Come on, Abigail." She replies with, "I don't know how I feel about this. What would my parents say?" His answer is, of course, "They don't need to know." Which that just makes my skin crawl, cause just imagine how many young girls he's already said this to. Abigail argues this and says, "Yes they do, my dad is my best friend." Joseph ignores the point and then says, "Well, there's a new daddy in town now. Talking of towns, where do you live?" Why does he want to know where she lives? What a creep. Abigail replies, "I live in Nashville." Joseph says, "Nashville? Well, I'm like 2 hours away. We should totally meet up." So, not only does he want photos of her, now he wants to meet up. Can this guy get any worse? Abigail says, "I don't know how I'd feel about that. I wouldn't be allowed." Joseph says, "We'll keep it our little secret now, won't we?" Again, how many times has that line been used? Abigail states, "I don't know if I'm comfortable with that." And this guy just keeps getting worse and worse, because then he responds by saying, "Oh, I'll make you comfortable. Comfortable with me, or even on me." Good God. Abigail's starting to realize this guy is a creep, and so she says, what? To keep the conversation going, he encourages her, saying, "Come on, Abigail, let me see what I'm working with." Dude, not only has this guy crossed the line, no, he is walking miles away from it. Abigail responds with, "Working with?" To which he says, "You know, what am I working with? Let me see you." She says, "I don't have any pics of me on my phone." And thankfully, this is the point where she handed the account over to me to see if I could expose him. And I'm glad she did so, as he then says, "Well, isn't now the perfect time to take some? For your new daddy?" Abigail, "Hello? Come in, baby. Come back to daddy. You're safe with me. My darling, please answer me. Please, sweetie. We're getting so close." And yeah, that was when Abigail messaged me and told me all about Joseph here. She gave me full permission to log in through her Discord account and message him pretending to be her with the mission of catching and exposing him. When I logged into her account, he was ready and waiting, and of course wanted to know why she had left so suddenly, but even more eager to see if she had what he wanted. I reached out to him in response to his persistent messaging saying, "Hey, sorry, I was at school." He responded almost instantly, "Well, that's understandable. How was it, babe?" See, no one can get angry at school. I replied with, "It was good." Joseph replied, "That is so good to hear. Did you do art class? You know, any photography?" Almost instantly, this guy is back on trying to get what he wants. I responded with, "No, I didn't have art today." He begins to suggest, well, maybe you could get some extracurricular activities and do some photography now. This guy is just getting creepier and creepier. Like, can he understand the word no? But I can't make him angry, of course, so I'll have to play dumb. "What do you mean?" He says, "Take some photos for me." So now we've got cold, hard evidence of him asking young girls for photos. Obviously, Abigail isn't going to want to send anything, so she replies with, gee, I don't know how comfortable I am with that." He tries to ease her into it by suggesting, "Well, get into bed.
You'll be comfier there, lol. It's also the best place to send me those pictures you owe me. Abigail responds with, "Owe you?" He says, "Of course you owe me. Don't forget about earlier." What about earlier? And again, he just won't let up about her not sending this photo, as he goes on to say, "When you didn't send me those photos of you, I may be old, but I don't forget things that easily." I got so mad that I almost blew my cover there. I was so sick of him saying how old he was and how Abigail wasn't sending the photos he wanted, so ugh. I replied saying, "Yeah, I know you're old." He wasn't happy about that either, as he said, "Excuse me, young lady? That is not how you talk to your elders." Me, or Abigail, responds with question mark. I've obviously said something to upset him because he says, "Apologize. Apologize right now." I'm completely aware that I need to keep him online to expose himself, so I say, "Sorry?" Joseph responds to this saying, "You will be." Then me as Abigail adds, "Okay." Joseph suggests, "Why don't you make it up to me now?" I decided I just had to keep playing dumb by saying, "By doing what?" He then says this, "What about pictures of those fine little melons you have there?" We're gonna have to censor that, but that's you know what I mean. He is just so messed up, like, god damn, dude. Abigail then says, "Excuse me?" And here, of course, Joseph's tone almost turns threatening as he says, "You heard me. I may be new to this app, but I'm not new to the game of attraction." Abigail then asks, "And what can you tell me about that?" He replies again, almost instantly saying, "Wouldn't you like to know, my little baby? Well, why don't I tell you more? Are you free in 2 hours?
She replies with, okay. He then says,
"Good little girl. I will see you soon. Don't be late."
"Oh, I gotta find some way to expose him on this call. What can I do? Keep watching to see what happens. You guys probably won't want to miss this. Oh boy." Okay, so you guys know me, and of course I always have a plan, so let me introduce you to Bella.
Hey, Bolty.
So, yeah, Bella here is a voice actor and a great one at that. And so she's gonna be pretending to be Abigail, and this guy won't know what hit him. I will, of course, be in the call too, but I'll be muted, and when we've got the perfect moment, we'll catch this guy in the act and expose him once and for all. He said he'd be calling Abigail at 6 p.m. to have some fun, quote-unquote, so without further ado, let's dive in.
One eternity later.
Okay, so it is now 6 p.m., and we just wait. Oh. There we go, I'm muted.
Hey, gorgeous.
Hi.
How you doing today, baby?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing good, sweetie.
It's weird.
So, how was school?
It was super boring, as I said. Not a lot happened, just spent time with my friends.
What's your favorite subject? You never told me.
Well, I find English super easy. Art's pretty fun. And so is science, but I do find math really hard.
I've got something that you might find really hard too.
Oh, that's weird.
What do you mean?
A riddle, silly. Do you want to try and solve it? Come on. It's just a little bit of fun.
I guess so.
This guy's weird.
Are you ready? What gets wet while drying?
What?
What do you mean, what? Was it not stated clearly enough? What gets wet while drying? Go on, it's so easy.
I'm not so sure.
You can do it, baby.
This guy's weird.
A towel?
Well done! Such a smart girl. Such a good girl. Those teachers must be good at their stuff.
What?
Glad I got it right.
I'm sure I could teach you a few things. Would you like me to be your teacher too?
Oh, what?
I mean, it sure would be helpful to get ahead in school.
It would have to be our little secret, though. You wouldn't want other girls in school or in Discord server getting jealous, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
I'm right, aren't I?
Sure.
This is so weird.
Well, at least if it's only the two of us, we'll definitely be top of the class.
That's true.
You'll still need to work hard, but be a bit of a teacher's pet. A real good girl.
What the
I'm
what?
sorry.
You know how you can be a very good girl for me?
How?
Well, you can do what I asked earlier.
And what was that again?
You do like to play hard to get, don't you? It was to send me that lovely photo of yourself, silly.
I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that.
Go on. You want to do what the teacher says, don't you?
What is this dude's deal with
Just a nice
teachers?
one that no one else would have seen before. You want to please the teacher, don't you?
I really don't think I can.
Why do you keep saying that? Are you... Oh, crap. My roommate just came back. Give me a second.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Hello? Hello? Bolty? Is there anything I should do or something?
No, you're good. Just keep him talking, he'll expose himself somehow, I'm pretty sure. We've got enough to prove he's a creep, but we just need to keep him on. You're doing good.
My god. If this damn guy leaves his keys here one more time when he goes out... Abigail, darling, are you still there?
Yeah, hi.
So what about this picture you're sending me, baby?
I've never sent something like that before.
You're trying my patience, Abigail. I'm gonna give you one last chance. You're gonna be a good girl for me or not?
I
This is
just
so weird.
don't feel comfortable doing it.
I tell you what, why don't I make it easier for you? Why don't you just put your camera on for me? So I can see your pretty little face.
Ugh.
You don't want to catfish me, do you? And I highly doubt that icon is what you really look like. Be a good girl for me, Abigail. I'm not really asking for much, am I?
Just give me a second to think about it.
Take all the time you need, baby.
Bingo. Okay, I've got a great idea to catch this absolute boomer. I'm going to message Bella here. This guy is not gonna know what's hidden.
Abigail, you're gonna play ball.
Fine, I'll turn on my webcam, but you aren't allowed to screenshot or record me or anything, okay?
Of course not, sweetheart. You're safe with me.
Okay, but for me to turn it on, I'm going to need you to have to click the camera request button. It's at the top of the chat.
Good
Then
job.
I'll accept the request and you'll be able to see me. Is that okay?
I'm so glad you've decided to cooperate. You're such a good little girl for me.
Good job, Bella, you're doing it.
You see that video camera at the bottom of the chat? If you click on that, it'll allow me to turn my camera on.
Wonderful. Let me go ahead and do that. I can't wait to see your pretty face. My favorite girl. I've sent you the request. You need to accept this now.
Are you seeing
Oh
this?
my god.
Oh no. Where are you, baby?
You mean you can't see me right now?
What the?
Wow, that's a shame. I thought I looked pretty.
Abigail, I'm trying to see you. I can't right now, though.
Okay, no, I gotta stop this. I mean, even if her camera were actually on, you might not be able to see it with your old age and everything, dude.
Whoa, who the hell are you?
My name's Bolty. You've been talking to me the entire time, buddy.
No, I haven't. I've been talking to pretty little Abigail. Who are you?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I am Abigail, or, well, at least I have been for the past few days or so.
Stop trying to prank me, kid. Where's Abigail?
Okay. Wow, how many times do I need to explain this? Okay, Abigail isn't here. We weren't gonna endanger her. You were talking to me this entire time. Abigail hasn't even been on the call, at all, either. There's no way I would even come close to letting you talk to her.
You're lying. I was having a very intimate and private conversation with Abigail. She loves me.
No you weren't. And a guy your age should not be having an intimate conversation with a school kid. Like, who do you think you are?
You don't know me at all.
No, you're right. I don't know anything about you. I mean, other than, of course, your hair color, your eye color, and, well, I guess exactly what you look like.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, Bud, you had your camera on earlier. Like, the police will be able to see this. They'll see you from this call. Like, I've got the call, the chat logs, everything saved. Like, harassing young girls and getting them to send photos to you. Dude, no. You should be ashamed, man. Oh my god. You have so much more that you could be doing with your life.
Oh, why would you do that?
Well, I don't think you should be asking me why I'm doing what I'm doing here. I'm not the guy who's been doing all these weird things. What would your family say, like, if they saw you doing this?
F you, dude.
Well, I personally think they would say something much, much worse, honestly. Well, I guess that's why you shouldn't talk to strangers, everybody. Stay safe out there. I'm been Bolty again. Peace out.